If you're looking to get packaging supplies and ideas for your handmade products without spending a fortune on them, stick around because today I'm giving you 4 hacks on how to save money on your packaging materials. Hi, my name is May Pak and I help makers, artists, and designers make a consistent income from selling their handmade products online. If you're selling your products online, then a big part of your business is actually getting your items to your customer, right? So that means you need to have shipping boxes and tape and bubble wrap and all kinds of things so that your item can get there safely in one piece. And it can be a real drag to spend a lot of money on this stuff. So today I'm going to share with you some great hacks so that you can get creative with your packaging, make it look amazing, and still save a lot so more money goes into your pocket. Remember, packaging is one of the first few impressions of your product that people get, okay? When someone buys something from you and it shows up on their doorstep, they're going to start developing their impressions about the product as soon as they pick up that box. So we want it to be amazing. For all of these hacks I'm going to talk about today, my recommendation is that you pick your brand color and focus on that. And then nobody's going to notice all of these awesome ways that you can cut corners and save a little bit of money. With that out of the way, let's dive in. Number 1, let's talk about creating branded boxes. So I'll tell you, buying custom printed boxes like a box with your logo on it can get super expensive, or at least it requires a large minimum order amount, which will probably be thousands of dollars. And it can start getting even more expensive if you need multiple sizes of boxes. You would have to purchase really large quantities of all of those different sizes with your logo on it. So even though you may see Amazon with their signature smile logo and Amazon printed out the side of the box, it's really not an approach that works for a lot of small businesses, unless you're already getting a ton of sales volume. But the good news is we can get that branded box look by using a few easy hacks. I like to use standard boxes and mailers and add my own personal touch. And there are loads of ways you can do this. So one option is to get stickers with your business logo on it and put the sticker onto the box. Another route is to either use a pre-made stamp or invest in a custom stamp for like less than 50 bucks. You can get a great huge stamp with your logo on it, and with a little bit of ink on your box, it looks like a custom stamped box, but just for pennies per box. One more way that you can have branded packaging is to purchase custom tape. This is a little bit more expensive than going with the stamp option, but if you have tape with your logo printed across it, you can apply that to any size box that you want. And so that's a great way to make your dollars stretch just a little bit further. Number 2, we want to make sure that your products are arriving safely, right? But we don't want to spend a lot of money on packaging filler or stuffing. I mean, is there anything worse than spending money on something that someone is just going to dump into the trash anyway, right? So what we want to do is put something in our boxes so our products are safe and snug, and we also want it to be beautiful, but also cost effective. Here's one thing that I love. Crinkle paper that is in your brand color, okay? So here's how you do it. So what you'll need is a paper crinkler and a shredder, but not the cross-cut shredder. You want a shredder that shreds paper into strips. It's less secure for your documents, but better for crafting your packaging filler. So you're going to take your paper of choice, crinkle your paper, and then just run it through the shredder. And then you quickly have your colored paper filler that you can use to fill boxes. It's totally custom and it looks amazing. And because the crinkle in the paper adds texture, it also means that the paper doesn't stick together and you need to use a lot less of it to fill your box. If you want to add in a little bit of specialty paper that you have left over from projects or whatnot, go ahead and you can add that in too. The other reason I love this paper solution is you pay to ship by weight, right? So some people use old newspapers as a filler, but that doesn't look very good. And when you're making something really dense, you're also adding to the heaviness of your shipping. So you don't want to do that. Use the crinkle paper hack instead. Number 3, get a little creative and take advantage of standard sizes, okay? What do I mean by that? So we all need to put our stuff in boxes or mailers, right? If you go to Uline, which is a popular packaging supplier, and you look at a 4x4 by 4 inch box at the lowest quantity, you're paying about 24 cents a piece at the time of this recording. But if you want a 4x4 by 5 inch box, now you're paying 34 cents a piece. you're paying 10 extra cents. That's almost 50% extra per box just to have a not standard size. So you want to be a standard, as boring as possible, and then luxe it up with these other custom components that I've been talking about. One way I like to take advantage of standard sizes is by hacking the printing process a little, and you can use this for your display cards, your thank you cards, really anything. So postcard printing companies can print postcards for dirt cheap, right? But then if you want to upgrade something a little bit and get fancy, then it starts to get expensive. So let's look at printing a postcard, for example. If I just try to print 250 postcards, those are 4x6 postcards, standard size, they're 19 cents a piece. Now let's say I wanted to make a hang tag for my necklaces, and I wanted them to be 4x3 inches, okay? That 4x6 postcard cut in half, and that would be about 9.5 cents per hang tag. So if I'm willing to print the postcards and cut it in half myself, I'm saving half by doing that. So that's what I mean by taking advantage of standard sizing. If you can look at what's available for cheaper and then either cut it in half or take advantage of that sticker size that's the cheapest one to print and then use that in your packaging, you can save a ton of money. Okay, number 4, now let's delve into the inside of your packaging. So I sell necklaces on a hang tag card, right? Now I don't think that the necklace just on a card in a mailer looks really great. I like to put the item in a box so that it looks a little more premium. But even here, I'm looking for ways to save money while making an amazing impact. So what I do is I have little gift boxes and then I put a paper doily around it with some ribbon. Paper doilies might sound weird, but they're actually pretty easy to find at a party store or on Amazon, and they're extremely inexpensive. But they look like lace and they add an extra bit of elegance to my packaging. There are lots of things you can use like this. For example, old maps are really affordable. You can probably even find them at like your secondhand store for pennies or on eBay. Another example is a wax stamp with string. It looks so elegant, and once you invest in the price of the stamp, you're basically just paying for the cost of the wax, and that can be in your brand color as well, right? You could also use baker's twine, which is so trendy right now. You can use it to tie on a little sprig of pine or cinnamon. That's really elevating your product from just ho-hum ordinary to, oh my goodness, amazing, right? So I hope these shipping hacks inspire you, because as an online business, our presentation matters a lot. But I know you don't want to spend a lot of money on shipping. So implement a couple of these crafty ideas and it will look like you're paying a fortune to send out custom packaging to your customers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have any questions or if you want to share any of your own shipping hacks or tips, and subscribe to my channel for more handmade business tips. Don't forget to stay on to watch this next video on my channel.